I was in an advising session with a student, right? Man, I wish you guys could have been there. And as I was listening to her talk, I thought to myself, these words need to be the inspiration for my Thank God It's Monday, the third one. So here goes, guys.
Raspo beats.
So what we do in the advising session is we primarily go over all their tests, all their quizzes, to see exactly where the student stands academically. All right, so while we were going over her stuff, I noticed that she had a 68% on one of her tests. That's right. Now, you know what a 68% is. That's right. That's a D. It's failing. But as I was talking to the student, she said to me, Mr. Thomas, before you go there, you got to put it in perspective. That's principle number one. You got to put life in perspective. As I was talking to the student, what I realized is, although she got a 68 on the test, she said when she went to her teacher, she had the highest grade. That her 68 was the highest in the class, and the next highest grade was a 38%. So you do the math. A 68 was actually an A and not a D, because her teacher was grading her on the curve. You're saying to yourself, man, E, things could be so much better. You know what? But in reality,
Raspo beats.
please keep life in perspective, because things could be a whole lot worse. So instead of complaining, do yourself a favor. Man, start counting your blessings. That's right. I mean, for real, start counting your blessings. When you get down and out, you feel like life has dealt you a bad hand, I just want you to do yourself a favor. Pull out your hand, start counting your blessings. 1, I'm alive. 2, I have family. 3, I got my health. 4, if I can look up, I can get up. 5, the best is yet to come. So please, remember, life is just perspective, man. You gotta catch number 2, right? Hilarious. So I'm sitting with the student, right? And I begin to pull out my paperwork.
Raspo beats.
And I'm about to share with her her math grade. But before I can even open up my mouth, you know what she said to me? Don't even talk about it. That's right. She told me, E.T. the motivator, don't even talk about it. What she was saying was, look, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I already know I'm not doing that well in math. My teacher has talked to me about it. I've got a tutor, and guess what? E.T. the motivator, there's no way you can help me with this situation. So she said to me, let's not even talk about it. And I'm telling some of you out there right now, the reason why you are in the situation you're in, because you keep talking about negativity. You keep talking about stuff that you can't do anything about. So principle number 2, real short and real sweet, don't even talk about it. And you know what? I'm gonna throw a tip in with that. Not only don't talk about it, but there's some things you shouldn't even listen to. All right? Negativity, there are things that people are coming to you with that you know you can't change. There's nothing you can do about it. Don't just not talk about it. Don't listen to it. Man, it's amazing what you can learn while you're working with students, right? So I was working with a student the other day, and it's a young man in tears, right? So I started to ask him, you know, what's the problem? And he told me, you know, look, man, this thing is overwhelming. It's overwhelming. Financially, it's overwhelming. You know, the coursework is all overwhelming. You know what I shared with him? I shared with that student that it's manageable. That's right, it's manageable. I want you to know, no matter what you're going through, no matter what the circumstances, no matter what the situation, it's manageable. You can get through it, all right? And not only can you get through it, I want you to know that from wherever you are, you can get to where you need to get you from that spot, right? You can get through it, all right? I want to share something with you. Most of you guys know I was homeless for 2.5 years, right? Homeless for 2.5 years and a high school dropout. One day I just made up in my mind that I was not going to allow homelessness. I was not going to allow being a high school dropout. I was not going to allow that to define who I was. And so I said, you know what, Eric, it's manageable. It's manageable. But what you got to do, man, some of you live 7 days at a time. You live 30 days at a time. And I had to say to myself, Eric, you can do this, but you know what?
Raspo beats.
You're gonna have to do this one day at a time. That's right, one day at a time. And so I started studying for my GED, one day at a time. And I went from a high school dropout to a college graduate to get my master's and working on my PhD. I went from being homeless to being a homeowner. So I want you to know you can do it, but you gotta break it up in pieces. That's right, take your rent 1 month at a time. All right? Take your life one day at a time. And I guarantee if you take it one day at a time, you will see how manageable it is. And one day, you will look up and you can get up. This is your boy E.T., your motivator, your inspirator. Thank God it's Monday. Thank God it's Monday. I hope this is enough to get you through your Tuesday, your Wednesday, your Thursday, and I hope to hear you say on Friday, thank God it's Friday. Once again, this is your boy E.T. Thank God it's Monday.